8:10 or probably 8:06. Let's start on 8:06. Otherwise, we'll run out of time. You guys get some notification for today's session, right? I mean, this session supposed to happen on Tuesday, but it got shifted on Wednesday. Hello?
Yeah,
Ma'am,
ma'am.
it
Like,
was on the
I don't know
calendar,
about
so
that
no problem.
notification, but
But you know that today is your session, right?
Yeah, it was on the
yes,
calendar.
ma'am. But
Yeah, Ashish, what do you want to say?
like from few days now, this is the
Hmm.
like average count of like people, those who attend live lectures. So like 20, 30 people.
Okay, only 20, 30 people. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay, then let's start our session. Okay, so today solve with a session. So I'll give you some time, 2 to 3 minutes. You can look up to the question and try to solve it by yourself. Okay, and you can answer in the chat box. Don't answer. Don't shout it loud, because then someone will get disturbed, right? So just answer in the chat box, and after some time we will solve. We'll discuss this question particularly. Okay, so I'll give you 3 minutes for solving this question. So it's 8:07. So we'll discuss this question on 8:10. Okay, just try to solve it and answer in the chat box. Okay. Okay, so let's solve this question. So here the two information is given to us. First thing is that the sum of root is given to us and the product of root is given to us, right? So there are two ways for solving this question. So first thing
Minus
is,
of 52.
yeah, that's correct answer. But Vivek, you can answer in the chat box. That will be much better. Okay. So now what I can do, so first method will be, so this is the first method. It will be little lengthy if you try this. That means if you first compute the roots and then using the roots, you can figure out what is the quadratic equation, right? So this is one method. So suppose alpha and beta are the roots, then what you can do, you can, then we have that alpha plus beta, that is sum of root is plus 4. And the product of root is alpha beta is equals to minus 2. Right? So using this two equation, you can find what is the value of alpha, what is the value of beta. And we know that if we have a quadratic equation, then we can, we know that the quadratic equation will look like something like this. A of x minus alpha, x minus beta is equals to 0, right? So this is one way you can solve this question using this method. But again, there is no way we can find out the A. So I think for A, you need more information. So what you can do, you can go via the sum of roots and product of root. That will be much easier and very quick method for solving this question. That means we know that the sum of root is given by minus b by A, right? So if we have some quadratic equation here, then we know that the sum of roots is given by minus b by a, and minus b by a is equals to plus 4. So that means b by a is nothing but minus of. Now similarly, product of root is also given by c by a. So that means c by a is nothing but minus 12. Now what we have to find, what we want to find, we want to find that 4b plus 3c by a. Right? You can decompose this into your required form. That means b by a and c by a. So that means 4 b by a plus 3 times c by a. Right? So that means I have 4 multiplied by minus 4 and plus 3 multiplied by minus of 12. So this is nothing but minus 16 and minus of 36. And if we add them, we'll get minus of 50. So minus of 52 is the answer. Okay. Is there any doubt in this question? It's clear, right? It's an easy question. Easy. So here the solution is given. So yes, I also did the same method. Sum of the root product of root.
Ma'am,
Okay, and here is
this
the calculation. Yeah.
hello, ma'am. I have found this PPT from in the math section supplementary content once, but after that I didn't found it again. The solve with the sessions PPT.
Okay, so I think they might have removed it, but I'll share this into the chat box also, and I'll upload this PDF over the calendar also. So if you want, then you can go there and download.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
So now here's question number 2.
Ma'am, but like I've done like with the different formula. So uh, like in my school, like they teach us like x square minus alpha plus beta. Uh,
Yeah, that's
like
also same. That is the
yeah,
same thing.
alpha plus beta x. So, but
Huh.
when I put now, I get a equation like a quadratic equation. It's like x square plus 12x plus 4. So from here, like we can say that like a key value is like 1, b is 12,
Yeah, so
and
here is
4 is like
see, if you apply that particular method, that method always take the value of a to be 1. That's the reason. Here also, if you, I mean, whatever the equation you'll take, you just multiply it by a, then your answer will vary. That's why you can't use that method. So that means you know that equation can be written as x square plus alpha plus beta of x and plus alpha beta, right? Or I
yeah,
think minus of alpha beta is
x
equals to 0.
minus here like x square
Here
minus
minus and here plus, right?
yeah,
So in this
yeah.
equation, what they did is they always take the value of a to be 1. But it's not always the case, right? So we have the value
Yeah.
of a can vary. That's why we cannot use that the first method I told, that if you find the roots using these two formulas and then put, then also we don't know the value of a. So that's why it's not working here, right?
Okay.
Because of a. Okay.
Mhm.
Fine. So this is your second question. Again, I'll give you So I don't think it's that hard. I'll give you just 2 minutes. 870. You can try it out. You just have to apply the formula, right? And again, you guys can recall what is the slope of a parabola, how we can compute the slope. I mean, what is the formula for slope of parabola? Okay.
Just the first derivative of the equation.
Yeah, that's true. But since we haven't gone through the derivative, so it's better if you just recall the formula. I mean, sir have given the formula. The reason for that we'll explore in the week 7. Okay. What is 2, 1? Correct. So many people got the correct answer. The answer is 2. The value of p is 2. So how you solve this? So we know that the slope of parabola at any point x naught is given by this formula, that 2a x naught plus b. And this is nothing but the first derivative of parabola at a point x naught. And you guys will learn about derivative in upcoming weeks. Okay. So if you want to apply this formula, I want 3 values. First is a, second is x naught, and the third is b. Okay. So the equation is given here. So if we compare this equation with our regular quadratic form, that means ax squared plus bx plus c, then we get that the value of a is nothing but 3. The value of x naught is 4, right? Because at a point p comma q is, okay, sorry. We want to find out, yeah, at a point p comma q is given to you. So that means this is the x coordinate is given to us. So the value of x naught is nothing but p. And the value of slope is given to us. That means this is 4 is given to us. What we have to find out? We want to find out the value of p. So, and the value of b is nothing but -8. So if we put in our this equation, what I'll get 2 into 3 of, in place of x naught, I have p plus b. So what is b? B is -8 is equals to 4. So this is nothing but 2 into 3p is equals to, that this will be 12. So that means p is nothing but 2, right? 12 by 6. P is nothing but 12 by 6. So that's why p is equals to 2. Correct? Let's go to the next question. And here's the solution is given. So you can check the answer is 2. Now question, this is a part B. So the slope of parabola at the point P is given. What we have to find, if P is the x coordinate, find the sum. Find the sum of the x coordinate and y coordinate of a point P, right? So from the previous question, you can take, this is a capital point P. Suppose the x coordinate is small p. Suppose it is small p and a small q. Then we already have the value of p is nothing but 2. You just have to find out the value of q and then sum it up. Again, it's just a one line.
It's 2, 1.
The value of q is 1, right? Because if you substitute, what is q? So q is nothing but the value of this particular function at a point, right? Because then only it will become p comma q point. So that's why the value of q is nothing but 3 multiplied by 2 square. That means 4 minus 8 multiplied by 2 n plus 5. So that means the value of q is nothing but 12 minus 16 plus 5. So 12 plus 5 is 17. 17 minus 16 is 1. So that's why q is equals to 1. And we want to find out the sum of x coordinate, y coordinate. So that means p plus q. So that means 2 plus 1. So that's why answer is 3. Okay. It's an easy one. So let's skip it. Here's the solution. The same thing we did. From the previous equation, we know that p is equals to 2. So we can find out the value of q. Q value is 1. So p plus q is 3. Okay. Now here's the here's the third question. So In the third question, you have to answer these options. Which of the following statements are correct? Okay. So I'll give you guys 4 minutes. Say 8:20. You can take 5 minutes if needed. 8:25.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes. Yeah, someone want to ask something?
Ma'am, I am facing problem in some kind of question that has been given to my graded assignment. That the question is I can't share my screen. That's why I'm not able to show
Okay, you
that.
can verbally tell if possible. I'll give you some hint.
Wait, ma'am. I directly message you. Wait.
Talking
Okay.
about identical questions. Because I also have this thing, I also raised the issue with the session, and also this thing, and I also logged out and logged in, but I see some questions are identical.
Identical from this particular PDF.
The graded assignment 3.
Are identical to which
I'm not talking
questions?
about because since you raised about within the graded assignment, there are two questions that are identical. More
Okay,
than
okay,
one question, two questions are identical. I raised the issue during
okay.
the session,
Yeah.
and we were told like maybe we should log out and do on all this thing, but I tried several times, but it's not actually happening.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm wondering,
Absolutely. The some questions are identical. I think 4 questions have been same questions repeatedly.
Same questions.
it's not, yeah, it's not only
Yes,
me
ma'am.
and both of us. but many people have
Same with
raised the
me.
same issue.
Yes,
Okay.
the questions are same, exactly same. The carbon copy of each of other.
Exactly
Yeah.
same. That means
Hmm.
values are
Yeah.
also not
Yeah.
different. Values
No,
are
no,
also
no, no,
No.
same.
no.
No.
Values are different, but still you should not get the similar question. Okay, I'll check in the front end ones.
Yeah,
What is
because in
happening?
stat there
You
are similar questions,
you
but
have to
I
check
also
Mm-hmm.
thought identical, but
check
here
the
it's identical.
foundation level student, the JE base and the foundation level. Then you can
Mm-hmm.
find, not for the qualifier one.
Uh, uh,
Okay.
but I know it's I'm talking about Divya. I'm talking about many people. Not only it's me and you and Deepak. That many people have
Mm-hmm.
raised the questions. There is same issue during the inspector and TA sessions also
Similar
in the past week.
questions.
Identical.
Okay.
Rather, I think to
Mm-hmm.
my almost 3 or 4 if I'm right.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we have a total of 50 to 60 questions for graded assignment, and they got shuffled for each student. But this thing should not happen that you will get same type of question. I mean, one person will get same type of 4 question. Then it's equal to solve one question, right? So I'll
Yeah,
just
yeah,
try
that's what.
to.
I also actually read word by word and so on that wanted to
Mm-hmm.
find. So I thought maybe I let me log out more than once. I tried more than once to log out and log in and all those things, but it was not changing
Mm-hmm.
at all.
Okay,
But it was
so I'll try
already discussed
to
during the session.
discuss. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But will it affect the scoring now?
No, no, no. It won't affect your scoring because it's a error from our side, right? So
So
it won't affect.
thank you. Because we did raise and I
Ma'am, I
think
have sent you the question in the chat box.
Which one? 11th, 12th, or 10th?
11th.
Okay.
I mean, are you talking about the identical question, Divya, or it's a problem that you want to solve?
I think he's talking
No, no,
about
no, no.
the.
It's something else.
Mhm.
Okay, fine.
I can share this identical question with after some time. I will share. Ma'am will check that.
Okay. So here, see,
Yeah,
all are the things are given to you. You just have to put them, I mean, over the correct expressions. That means here the first thing is given that the maximum value of function is -3. So you have to figure out where does the maximum value of a quadratic function can happen, and what will be the coordinate or what will be the conditions you have there, right? And then excess of symmetry is given to you. So there also you have some conditions. So just recall all those formulas and put them together. Then you can easily find what is the coefficient of x squared. Okay, it's not that tough. Just sit, just write, take a paper and first write down all the things, all the formulas you know for a quadratic function, and then apply over this question. You'll get your answer. Okay, so let's try to solve this question. Uh, is that fine for you?
Solve it now.
Okay, so let's try to solve this one. So the answer is A, B, C, D. I mean, all options are correct. And first, we try to plot this whatever information is given to us. So it's given that a ball is thrown off from the top of a building. So, and here in the note, it's mentioned that the consider the foot of a building at the origin. So if I draw this particular scenario, so suppose this is my building, right? Suppose this is my building. So the foot of a building is at origin. So that means 0, comma 0. And one ball is thrown from the top of a building. Okay. So suppose I'll throw a ball from here. Then it's already given that the ball is actually following a path traced by this particular function. Right. And here its function is quadratic function. So that means this ball is actually tracing the path of a particular quadratic function. Right. Over some time t. Now they have asked several questions about this particular figure. Okay, so this is our general figure. So here, this is the path traced by the ball, and this is our building. And the equation of this particular path is given by h of t, right? H of t is minus 2t square plus 16 plus 4t plus 16, right? Now here, what are the things they ask? That the height of the ball in feet from the ground after t second is given by this thing. So that means the ball is actually following this particular path. Because here also I am tracing the height this, here over the x-axis. I am measuring my time, and over the y-axis I'm measuring the height of a ball, right? H of t, height of a ball. So here the option number 1 says that ball reaches its maximum height after 1 second. Okay, and we know that if we have a parabola, then what is the maximum value of parabola can happen? Where the maximum value can happen? So we know that the max of h of t will happen over its vertex, right? And what are the coordinate of vertex? So coordinate of vertex, x coordinate is nothing but minus b by 2a, right? So here if you substitute the value of b and a, you will get minus of 4 by 2 into minus of 2, right? So that means it's equal to 1. But here in place of x, I have t, right? The function is given in form of t. So that means the maximum height of a vertex will happen at t is equals to 1. And it is the same thing written for option number 1, right? So that's why the option number A is correct, that the ball reaches its maximum height after 1 second. Now, what is the second option says that the height of the building is 16 feet. Now, here if you observe the parabola, so what is the height of building? So height of building is nothing but the y-intercept of this particular parabola, correct? And we know that the y-intercept, we can find out if we put the value x is equals to 0. So here everything is in t, so we'll just put t is equals to 0. So at t is equals to 0, we know the value of h of t is nothing but 16, right? If you put t is equals to 0, you'll get 0 plus 0 plus 16. So the value is 16. So that means the height of this building is nothing but 16 feet. And that is the same information as given in the option number B. Correct? So option number B is also true. Now the option number C says that the ball travels in the air for 4 seconds before it reaches the ground, right? So that means here is that particular time. So here is that particular time where the ball reaches at the ground, right? Because it's given that we have to consider the foot of a building at the origin. So if the foot of a building at the origin, that means this is your ground. So ultimately, we have to find out the value of t for which the value of h of t is equals to 0. Right? That means we want to find out a t naught for which h of t is equals to 0. So that means ultimately we have to find out a root of this particular parabola. But that root which is lying over the positive x-axis side, not this one. This is the wrong one, because our ball is thrown from the top of a building to the ground. So that means this is the path traced by the ball. So if the ball hit the ground, then obviously it will over the positive x-axis, right? So here if you compute the root of parabola, compute the roots of h of t, then what you will do? So here h of t is given to us that it's minus of 2t square plus 4t plus 16. Right. Now here we want to find out the roots of parabola. So what you can do, we can use the either Sridharacharya method, or we can try to figure out what are the values can happen, right? Okay, so here it's 4 here, and we want to make the multiplication. That means the multiplication should be minus of 32 and the addition should be plus of 4. So what do we have? We have 8 and 4, right? 8 multiplied by 4 is 32. 9 multiplied by 4 is. Okay, we can use Sridharacharya method also. But yeah, sorry. It's quite straightforward, right? So it is nothing but this is same as minus of 2t square minus of 4t plus 16. No, still not that straightforward. But the roots are 8 and 4. Yeah, 8 and 4 will work, right? So let's try. Yeah, 8 and 4 will work. Correct. Sorry. 8 and 4 will obviously work here. So that means minus of 2t square. I want addition to be plus, so that means plus of 8t minus of 4t plus of 16. So if you take common minus 2t here, you will get t minus 4. If you take common minus 4 here, I will get t minus 4. So yeah, correct. So it's t minus 4 minus 2t minus 4 is equals to 0. So that means t is equals to 4 and t is equals to this will be minus of 2, right? So these are the two roots of our parabola, but we want the positive one. So that means the value of t will be 4 when the ball hit the ground, right? So, and that's the same thing says in the option number C. So that's why option number C is correct. And the last option says that 18, the maximum height reached by the ball is 18 feet. And we know that the maximum height of parabola will happen at its vertex. We already computed that the vertex will be at t is equals to 1, right? So at t is equals to 1, t is equals to 1 is the x coordinate of our vertex. And y coordinate will be our answer. So that means h of 1 we have to find. So h of 1 is nothing but minus 2 plus 4 plus 16, right? And this is
Yes, ma'am.
nothing but
Like
equal.
it's easy then.
Yeah, easy now.
Like it's, yeah. Like leave it.
Any
Like
doubt?
it's just we need to like no, ma'am.
Right. Yeah, I mean,
That's
most
true,
of the
ma'am.
question based on parabolas are quite easy. So yeah, let's try
Hello,
to solve.
ma'am. Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can you
that's
Yes,
true.
explain question number, ma'am, option number 3 conceptual part?
Yeah,
okay, so
the
option
option
number
C.
3. Okay, so option number C actually says you have to find out that particular value of t for which your ball actually hits the ground. Because that, I mean, before this time, the ball is actually in the air only, right? So if you consider this figure here, so what is happening? So before t is equals to 4, so that means before t is equals to 4, your ball is actually in the air, right? It is traveling in the air. And what does option number C say? So option number C said that the ball travel in the air for 4 seconds before it reaches the ground, right? And this is the same thing happening. Before t is equals to 4, our ball is actually traveling in the air. That's why this option is correct. Is that fine?
Ma'am, got it. Ma'am, yes.
Yeah.
Option A.
In option A.
So exactly at 1 second, not after 1 second. After 1 second,
No,
it
no.
start decreasing.
After 1 second, it will start decreasing because that is at
Then
1 we have vertex, right?
then you should
Vertex is
mention as
the
exactly at 1 maximum it can be reached. After 1 means what? After one
after
second, it
1,
start
yeah.
decrease.
Correct. After 1 should not be there. Exactly 1 should be there.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes,
After 1 second, after 1 second means after 1 second. But yeah,
correct.
we the maximum height is happening exactly 1. So this that should be exact.
Yes,
Hello.
thank you.
Thank you. Yes, Sarsh.
Yes, ma'am. I just wanted to ask whether the question in quiz one will be similar to those of practice assignment ones or more like the graded assignments one.
See, 80% of the paper will more like practice assignment only. You will find out you will find out 2 to 3 tough questions. I mean, for which you really have to put some effort to solve them. Okay.
Okay.
Otherwise, for 80%, you can assume that it will be mediocre or little advanced.
Okay, ma'am.
Ma'am, for qualify the exam, how many questions we should be correct, ma'am? We should correct that.
I mean, I cannot answer for question, but yeah, 40% is the weightage for qualifier exam, I think, right?
That means for 10 questions, 4 questions should be correct. That's it, ma'am.
Yeah, you can calculate accordingly because there will be some question of 3 marks, 4 marks. So it will depend, right?
Okay.
So let's go to the next question. So this is your next
Ma'am,
question.
I have sent you the screenshot on the chat box.
Yeah. These are the similar question, right?
Yeah.
Similar. They all are similar. 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, thank you. I'll just report it to someone. I mean, they are not shuffling it well, right? That means they are sending you serial wise. From 10 question going to 1%, another 10 is going to 1%. They should
Ma'am,
not do that.
ma'am,
Yeah.
they will not change this today or
No, they won't change for now, but it can happen for the future graded assignment as well, right?
because if they changed that today, instantly we have to
Ha,
solve other questions, but it is not possible today.
ha,
We have less
right.
time in our hand.
Right. I think this question is also quite easy. But yeah, you guys can answer. Hmm. 6, 7 are similar.
Ma'am, I think option 4 is correct, ma'am.
Okay.
Option 3 and 4 both are correct, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. 3 and 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you guys are right. Option C and D are correct. Okay. So let's try to solve this question.
मैम पिछला वाला जो क्वेश्चन था ना, क्वेश्चन
Hmm.
नंबर 3, वैसा ही क्वेश्चन क्या टफ क्वेश्चन में माना जाएगा?
नहीं, it won't be that tough question, right? मतलब ये उतना टफ नहीं है, जस्ट लिखा वैसे गया है कि थोड़ा सा फिजिकल में, हाँ है ना,
कैलकुलेशन थोड़ा
बट
ज्यादा है, बट
हाँ
ओवरऑल द
है
क्वेश्चन
वैसे
इज
इजी,
क्वाइट इजी.
मतलब मीडियम समझ सकते हो. Okay, so here we have to find out what are the point of intersection for this particular parabola and for straight line. Again, if you guess this parabola, so the figure of this parabola is quite easy. It's nothing but an upward parabola, vertex at origin, right? Again, the equation of line is given to you, so you can draw the equation of draw this line. So what happens if a line is intersecting over parabola, and if intersect except its vertex, then we know that there will be two intersection points, right? So you can guess that two option might be correct. If the intersection point is not the vertex, then only, right? If a line will cross via the vertex, then obviously it will be one intersection point. But if the intersection point is other than vertex, then there is possibility of a pair, right? That means you can get two intersection points. And the similar thing is happening here. And we know that whenever we have, whenever we want to find out point of intersection, what we do, we just equate the expressions and calculate the values. Okay. So what I can do, so let's suppose x naught comma y naught is the point of intersection of the parabola and straight line, then what will happen? That means x0, y0 will satisfy this equation as well. They satisfy the equation of line as well, right? That means y0 is nothing but x0 square by 2, and 4y0 minus x0 is equals to 3. Right? So what you can do, you can use these two equations and find out the value of x0 and y0. So from here, what I'll get y0 is nothing but x0 by 4 plus 3 by 4. And if I substitute the value of y0 here, what I'll get x0 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is equals to x0 square by 2. And if I solve this, I'll get x0 plus 3 is equals to 4x0 square by 2. This is same as 2x0 square. And that means 2x0 square minus of x0 minus of 3 is equals to 0. Now what you guys can do, you can find out the coefficient of the root of this particular equation. Those will be the values of x0 and y. Those will be the values for your 2 points x coordinates, right? Now here the x coordinate are given to us. That means the x coordinate could be minus 3 by 2, 1, 3 by 2 or minus 1. So what I'll do, I'll just substitute it here, or I can use the Sridharacharya formula. So whatever thing you will find the best, you can use that. So let's try to solve it by Sridharacharya formula. So x0 is equals to minus b, that will be 1, plus minus under the root of b square, which is minus 1 square will be 1, minus 4 times a and c. So a is 2 and c is minus 3, so it will become plus 3 by 2a. 2a means 2 into 2. So this is same as 1 plus minus, it will be 24, 25. So that means 5 is here and 4. Right. So we can take a 1 time plus and 1 time minus. So that means, so this will implies that x0 is equals to 1 plus 5 by 4 and x0 is equals to 1 minus 5 by 4. Okay. So here x0 is equals to 6 by 4 and 6 by 4 is nothing but 3 by 2. And here x0 is equals to minus 4 by 4 and this is minus 1. So that means 2x0 coordinate will be 3 by 2 and minus 1. So minus 3 by 2 cancel, 1 cancel, 3 by 2 and minus. We don't need to calculate y coordinate. We can just answer via the x. Okay. So that's why option number C and D are correct. Okay, is that fine? Any
Here,
doubt?
I have doubts here. Here you are talking
Okay.
about where the x0 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is x0 square by 2. Kuda?
x0 by
third
4 plus 3 by 4. x0 square by 2. Right.
I didn't get that. Sorry.
Okay, so here what is happening? This is y0, right? And this is also y0. So these two quantities will be equal, correct?
Oh,
So you just equate these two terms, x0 square by 2 and x0 by 4 plus 3 by 4 is equals to x0 by square. That's all.
Ma'am,
And
if
the
options will
left
not
hand side.
match,
Sorry, what?
if options will not match, ma'am, how to calculate as a y coordinate, ma'am?
Yeah, y coordinate, you can just substitute one of them. You can substitute in your parabola. So suppose I'll take x0 is equals to 3 by 2. Then my y0 is nothing but x0 square by 2. So x0 square is nothing but 9 by 4 by 2, which is nothing but 9 by 8. So one point will be 3 by 2, comma 9 by 8.
Mom, in the
So then you can calculate.
given equation, there is a straight. They are given straight line. If we substitute in the place of as y, we cannot do like that, ma'am. In the place of 4y, we cannot substitute.
Yeah, you can substitute. You can
If
substitute.
you substitute, if in the place of y, if you substitute x square by 2, I'm getting the option.
I think you'll get the same. So let's try that. So 4 and this is your x square by 2, right? And then minus x is equals to 3. Now if you solve this, you will get 2x square minus 2x is equals to 6. That means 2x square minus 2x minus 6 is equals to 0. Right? Now you can, is this the same equation I'll get? We'll get 2x naught square minus x naught minus 3 I'm getting. Is this so? Sorry. This is not. This is 3 only. Because 2 will cancel, this will be 2. I think you should get the same answer because that's the thing we are doing here, right? If you substitute y is equals to x square by 2, there will be 4y. So 4x square by 2 minus x is equals to 3, right? So
Yes, ma'am, I did the same process. I got the answer.
2x
You
square
got the
minus.
answer, right? You are not getting the answer. So this is 2x square minus x is equals to 3. So this is 2x square minus x minus 3 is equals to 0. So I think you'll get the same answer. I also get the same equation. Here x
Okay,
2x
ma'am.
naught square
Finding
minus
the
x.
equation, I did some mistake. Okay, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Is that fine? Any doubt?
Ma'am, your
No
last
doubt.
explanation is okay, ma'am. What you actually do that y naught equal to x naught divided by 4 plus 3 by 4. How that 4 comes, ma'am?
This is 4 na 4 y naught minus x naught is equals to 3. So I just push all the terms over the left hand side. That's all. So
Okay,
that I can
okay,
get y
ma'am.
naught one thing. Got it? Fine.
Oh, got it, ma'am. Fine.
Ma'am, finally, will you revise all week fours, ma'am? All 4 weeks, ma'am?
I mean qualifier will contain all week 4 syllabus, correct?
Yes, ma'am. Will you revise all at a time, ma'am?
You have to revise 4 week at a time.
Ma'am, in that point, I have some problem in the time management and
Mhm.
revision.
Okay. So for that, what you can do? You can just practice now, but for revision, you can just go via the theory. That's all. That will be sufficient, I think. Because if you practice much question, I don't think you need to go over all the questions when you are revising. When you are revising, just select one or two questions which you find very tough. Okay, if you solve this question, you will revise all your concept. So just pick out those questions for revision and go by the theory. That's it. In the revision part, uh, you don't have to go through the all activity and practice question at that time, right?
Because before the quiz one,
Mhm.
uh, the week 5 content will be come and we have to submit it, and after that week
Ha,
6,
yeah.
they will give us extension for week 5,
Mhm.
but after that, we have to
Mhm.
manage for week 6 also. There is just
Right.
three days difference between week 3 and week 5 because of the extension, and the
Okay.
Diwali festivals also something.
Okay.
So the
Yeah,
time
but
management is quite tough because the
ha.
festival season is here and our qualifier exam
Mhm.
also is here.
Right. Yeah, that happen in this term. That also happen in January when there are a little bit festive season. But you have to do. See, that's what I can say. You have to do if you want to do this course. You have to. But for revision, I'll say just go by the theory and pick out one or two questions from every week. Okay, that if you solve these two questions, then you will get all the concept revised. That's it.
Because of the this season festival season, this week
Hmm.
gone for because of Durga Puja, and the
Right.
the 2 week later it will be Diwali. So
Diwali.
it is very difficult for us to manage the time.
Correct. In festive season, this will happen. That's why our session is also got shifted from Tuesday to Wednesday, Sunday to Monday. Those things happen.
I think this is not a big challenge. Traveling to the exam cities matters while they were session.
Oh. Mhm.
Yeah, you have to understand that your instructor is also a student and they are balancing both here. So that's how it works out here.
Sorry, what?
I mean, you are also doing the course, am I right? Or you are not?
No, I am not doing the course.
Okay, fine. Because
Ma'am, I think
the TAs are doing, if I'm right.
TAs are doing. TAs are doing. Yeah.
I think ma'am is a IIT Madras offline student, and she is a scholar, I think. IIT Madras scholar.
I was a scholar at Madras. I completed my studies there. Now I'm just full-time instructor.
Ma'am,
So let's go to
actually, I have a doubt regarding one question in graded assignment. A question related to that graded assignment. I have just directly messaged you one image of one option of that graded assignment.
Mm-hmm.
So, ma'am, in that option, it is written that two different equations. So, when I
Mm-hmm.
consider this option, so suppose there are two equations that one is x square and another is 2x square. So will be they considered same or different equations?
Different. They will be distinct quadratic equation.
Okay, ma'am.
But also here they say that they have the same discriminant. So you can go to that Sridharacharya formula and there observe that if the discriminant are same, then what are the possibility for roots? Okay, just don't discard this option via just x square and 2x square. Just go toward that particular formula and there observe if you have same discriminant, then what are the possible things you can change and make the roots to be different. Okay, that will be much better approach. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank
But root could be possible be same, right?
For two equation, root could be possible to be same. X square
If
into
there
x
is
square.
two different quadratic equations,
Huh.
but they're having same discriminant, is it possible or not?
Yeah, it is possible because see, discriminant only use this b square minus 4ac, right?
Okay.
You can jumble between a and c, right? But still 4ac will be same, but the equation is different, right?
Okay.
Hello. Hello.
Okay, so yes, Mohit.
Ma'am, I want to ask that week 4 content has come, and from that next week content will come after quiz 1.
I'm not sure after quiz one. I think 1 hour day before or after quiz one. That will depend. I'm not remember actually the date of release of week 5. I'll tell you in the next session.
Content will come continuously.
Content will come continuously because see, we cannot stop. It's a particular fixed window of 12 week. We have to go by the exams also. We have to go by the assignments also, and we also want to cover all the things. So that's why I don't think.
But in the examination, there will be content for
only
question.
Only for 4
Only.
week.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can solve this question and tell me the answer.
Sorry to just listen out of so you are the one who is also giving the lectures in Hindi, is it? In the IIT Math?
Actually we distributed. I mean, there are 3 instructor for maths, right? So I'll covering week 1, 4, and the graph theory part. The sir will cover week 3, 2, and I mean we have distributed over three persons. So first is me, second is also there is one girl, and the sir is there, right? So I am covering week 1, 4, and 10 and 11. Yeah, Vishal sir, right? So
Hello.
So Vishal sir will cover 3 and 2 and 5 and 6, I think, and the rest of the is covered by Samruddha. So 7, 8, 9.
This is Hindi
Hello,
lecture
ma'am.
you are having. There is no English
This is for Hindi lecture. English lecture is divided into the professors.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, Mohit. Yeah, Mohit.
Ma'am, I want to say that please release the content or video solution of practice assignment on YouTube.
Now we are working on that, so we'll release. Either we will release videos or we'll release the documents. Okay. So we
Okay,
are
thank
working
you.
on that. It's ongoing.
Ma'am, here we can take that a square plus b square equal to 340. And after that, we have to find out the product AB.
Means a square plus b square is equals to, but they have given the specific information, right? Two consecutive even number. Consecutive means next to each other. And even numbers are there.
The
So
consecutive even
that's
number we can take as 2n and 2n into 2n plus 2.
2n and 2n plus 2. These are two consecutive even numbers. And their sum of squares are given. So again, you will get a quadratic equation. You just have to find out the value of k and then you can guess the answer, right?
Ma'am,
Yes.
ma'am, in question 5, it is given that sum of the two consecutive. Means what? Two consecutive even number odd.
Two consecutive even number means you'll consider one even number. So any even number will look like 2n, right? Where n is your natural number. So what is the next even number after this number? So after this number, there will be one odd number. That number look like 2n plus 1. This will be an odd number, right? And after this, there will be one even number and that will look like 2n plus 2. So these are the two consecutive even numbers. And why I am choosing n here? Because I don't know which even numbers are there. So that's why I just look for a form that can represent two consecutive even numbers, which are 2n and 2n plus 2. Okay,
Is it
got it?
340? Is it 340 or is there is it right? It's 340 is right?
340 is right. I think you don't need to find out the value of k. You can just guess the expression for this also. That find the product of two consecutive. So the product will be 2n into 2n plus 2. That means you just have to find out 4n square plus 2n, right? 4n. What will be the value of this expression? 4n square plus 4.
Ma'am, there is two product. I have got the value of n. One is minus and other is plus. What should I do?
I think you should consider plus because natural number is given, right?
Yeah.
Two consecutive even natural numbers. So you should consider plus one.
Answer is I think 168, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's give some time to others also to figure it out, right?
Okay.
Although this is the last question, I think. Last one. Yeah, last one. Sorry.
This is the last.
It's the last question of this video. But
Yeah, ma'am.
Very less
168. 168 it's.
Yeah, very less question also. Yeah, but see, the week 3 only contain quadratic. We can't give much question on quadratic.
But most of the comprehensive questions in quizzes from here only.
Most? Which questions?
Most of the comprehension questions.
I don't think from this. Yeah, we'll give comprehensive question from polynomials, right? Because polynomial is a vast topic than this quadratic expression.
You are mentioning that comprehension based question means the statement based question, no?
Yeah. Conditions.
Acha,
Which of
conditional
the
है.
following statements are true, false? That type of question.
Is qualifier have questions like this?
Yeah, some of them like this, some of them will be new.
Yeah, no, ma'am. I'm asking about the manner that questions.
Sorry, what? Just give me 1 second. Actually.
Anyone have got the practice assignment of statistics PDF?
Can you just solve the sum? The sum that which are given.
Hello? You are not audible.
Yeah, your voice is little low. Actually, I'm not able to reload this.
Ma'am, will you solve that sum, previous sum, because I am not getting how to solve it.
Sorry,
मैम मैं
what?
हेलो मैम मैं पूछ रहा था कि जो प्रैक्टिस असाइनमेंट और ग्रेडेड असाइनमेंट है ये इनका सॉल्यूशन स्टैटिस्टिक्स के लिए नहीं दिया जा रहा है प्रैक्टिस असाइनमेंट्स का पीडीएफ वाला
अच्छा,
सॉल्यूशन बाकी सारे सब्जेक्ट्स में दिया जा रहा है लेकिन इसमें नहीं दिया जा रहा है।
स्टैट्स में नहीं दे रहे। आई थिंक स्टैट्स में वो लोग वीडियोस देंगे आपको,
हाँ
जैसे
वीडियोस देंगे लेकिन
वीडियो
बार बार
रिकॉर्ड।
वीडियोस देखना तो संभव नहीं है ना। इट्स नॉट
हाँ
पॉसिबल।
तो राइट, तो यू कैन से देम कि जो वीडियो में आपने जो लिखा है उस पीपीटी को भी शेयर कर दे, उसमें तो सब सॉल्यूशन है ही। उनको बोलो आप एक बार सेशन में कि आप वो सोल्यूशन भी शेयर कर दो करके।
मैम
माय सिस्टम गॉट हैंग, जस्ट गिव मी 1 second, आई विल ट्राई टू my screen.
Ma'am, can you please solve that consecutive sum?
Yeah, I'll explain. Actually, I'm not able to share my screen. I'm sorry, actually my laptop got hanged, so it's not working.
Ma'am, you can left and join once again.
Yeah, then I won't be the co-host.
Oh,
I
that's
have
the
to call
problem.
them to
Mm-hmm.
make me co-host again. But I think I have to do that because Zoom only got stuck.
Ma'am, you can make one of us the co-host so that we can make you once.
Okay. So for that, I have to trust someone. Okay, so I'll make you co-host. You can do that. Can I do that? I don't think I can do that. Yeah, there is only 2 to 3 options: chat, pin, report, and not mentioning how can I make you co-host.
Ma'am, can you claim for host here? Can you claim for co-host after joining?
No.
होस्ट क्लेम नहीं
Yeah.
कर
हाँ वही करना पड़ेगा।
हाँ होस्ट क्लेम कर सकते हैं आप, मुझे लगता है।
Ma'am, you will only get
Ma'am,
this
or else you
course.
just tell the answer, ma'am.
How to solve that sum? Can anybody explain?
Hmm?
Right? Hello. Hello. Okay. Anyone can explain the last problem?
Yes, anybody can explain me the previous sum how to solve.
It is very easy. So which are the natural numbers from 0 to 0248, right? So
Yeah.
by intuition you can say 12 into 12. You can just take 10 into 10 or 12 into 12. So randomly if you pick 12 into 12
Okay.
plus 14 into 14, the next consecutive even 14. So both are you can square it. 12 square plus 14 square. So 348 comes. They're asking product and 12 into 14. That's it. No need to write this quadratic and all. It's just a intuition.
How? Explain again, brother. Ilango. Hello, hello. I was
Yes,
not.
yes.
Uh,
It's just an
No.
intuition, right?
hmm.
Oh, yeah.
It's a even number they're asking. So consecutive even numbers.
Hmm.
And in graded assignment, you can see consecutive odd numbers.
Yeah.
When consecutive even numbers 0 to randomly you can pick because as 340 is not that much biggest number, right?
No, see, but how we need to define what is the first number? So we can take 2n
Just a
is
sec.
the first number, right? 2n is the first number, right?
Yeah. 2n is the
Think
first
no
number,
no.
and the
The-
next one is 2n plus 2 for
2n
even.
plus, yes, correct. So if you're squaring both, so we will can make an equation, but the
Quadratic.
equation, so that equation I got 2n squared plus n minus 44. After that, I'm not able to simplify.
Just a
40.
second. Just a second.
How 44? It's 4.
You guys are doing by quadratic, right?
Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
By
Just think
quadratic.
logically. Why you're
Yes,
into this formulas and all? Just even number 340 is not that much biggest number, right?
No, no, that is not a correct way. So you cannot.
That is not a
Yeah.
correct way, but I'm saying time constraints, and that is that is what to say 2n and bracket
It's a
2n plus
shortcut
2.
trick. Shortcut trick too.
Yes. That
What
what
if we
you will
get
do 2n bracket 2n plus 2. Then you will get a quadratic and you will find that root. That is different.
So we can.
So you tell me the equation. What is the equation we formed actually?
Equation is nothing but that n square plus n minus
Yeah, that
42.
N into n plus 2.
no,
Oh
no.
no,
The
at
first number is 2n. The second number is 2n plus 1. So if you square and add, right? So 2n squared, that is a 4n squared. Okay. Then
it will
another
be
instead 2n plus 2 the whole square. You can
it
substitute apply the a plus b the whole squared formula.
Yeah.
So then you will get one equation. So in this equation, 8n squared plus 4n minus 336 equal to 0, right? So if you divide by 4, all the numbers,
why I should divide it by 4?
but because it's a very big number, no? 336 is a big
No,
number.
no,
How
no.
we
Wait,
need to
wait,
factorize?
brother, wait. Do smartly.
हाँ
4 को उस तरफ ले जाओ. 4 take 4 to the right hand side. This will be 336 and take it to the left hand side again, and after that divide all these things by 8. Then we will got n square plus n minus 42. 42 say 6 into 7 equal to 42. Then n square plus 7n minus 6n minus 42 equal to 0. That's why.
You have taken the number.
Oh, okay.
So
I
second number
maybe
is 2n plus 2.
I made mistakes in the 2ab. I made mistakes. Okay. So
Left hand side or right?
instead of 8n, I marked as a 4n.
Interchange between left hand and right hand side. दोनों में change करिए.
Yes, yes. So what will come? So okay, now that also 3 only is coming. So what is the equation you are arrived actually? 2n squared plus 2n minus 44, right?
N into n plus 2 minus equal to n into n plus 2 equal to 340.
Yes, yes, yes.
No, that is
N
okay. That
into
is the
n plus
first step.
2.
That is first step. After resolution of
n
expansion, I'm
square,
guessing.
n square plus 2n minus
Then the
340.
equation is n square plus 12 minus 340. Yeah.
No need to write
This
2n.
Yes.
उससे भी आसान तरीके से कर सकते हैं भाई, क्यों इतना घुमा रहे हो?
Next step, madam. Next step. Next. So these steps we completed. Next step.
okay.
Simplify.
Simplify the equation.
Yeah, simplifying. Okay.
We'll
8
get this answer. So.
Yes. Okay. So. Oh.
Got it? I mean, it's not that tough. You can do it several ways.
But
Whatever comes in your mind.
we can divide it by 8 also, right?
You can divide it by 8. But why we want this particular 4k square plus 4? Because we want to find out this particular thing, the sum of their two consecutive numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, find the product of two consecutive of those two even number, right? So if you consider one even number to be 2n, another even number to be 2n plus 2, then their product will look like 2n into 2n plus 2, right? And that will be 4n square plus 4. That's why we won't divide by 8. Otherwise, we can divide by 8. Obviously, both things can do. Okay, is that fine?
So 42. Okay. Then what is the? Okay, we'll do the factorizing the results.
Or else 168 is your answer, right? This is the expression you want to calculate, and that is equals to 168. So 168 is the answer.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, okay.
Ma'am, what you will solve now? The practice assignment?
I think you guys are done with practice activity, all things, right?
But you
Because
can go through it. That's why our concept will be once again revised.
okay, so if you have any doubt in practice assignment, you can ask. I jump to that question and try to solve. Okay.
Can
No,
you share
don't.
this,
Yes,
ma'am?
I have a
Can
doubt
you
in
share
practice
this?
assignment.
Just one by one. Yes, Zoha.
Ma'am, I have a doubt in practice assignment. Question number, just let me open.
But I have the whole practice assignment. I have to make sure that.
Ma'am, can you share this?
Question number 17.
Yeah, I'll share this PDF.
Ma'am, can you please explain question 17?
17?
Yeah.
That much question? So in question number 17, it's given something and we have to find if the maximum height achieved by the bike is 12.5 feet from the ground and the 10 theta is equals to 1, then you have to find out the distance between the two houses. Okay. So the distance between two houses, what you can do? So it's bike.
You have to find the vertex.
Yeah, vertex is there. Yeah, you have
And
to
you
find the
should
vertex. That will be your maximum height, right? So maximum height is 12.5. So vertex is.
so you have to substitute minus b by 2a in the equation, getting c.
Yeah. Okay.
And then finally, so you'll get a b and b1 and a also 1. Finally, you'll derive answer as x equal to 5. So 5 plus 5 is 10 is the answer.
Yeah, because distance is that. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, you can do that also, right? It will be 5 plus 5. Just try once. I think it's not that. Any other question from practice assignment? Sorry. Am I audible?
Yes, you
Yes,
are.
ma'am.
Yeah, so in this question also what you can do, you can just say that parabola is making from origin to other thing. So whatever distance you will get, that also your answer. What I mean here. So it's given that these are, sorry. Okay, so these two houses are there, and they say that their height is 10 feet, and some parabola is given to you here. So what you can just say that, okay, this is only the parabola. So you can just consider this particular parabola itself. Assume that one point is your origin, and since the maximum height is given to you is 12.5, right? So what you can do, just subtract over these length, that is subtract 10, you'll get 2.5, and consider maximum height to be 2.5. Now using these two information, I think you can easily calculate what is the quadratic equation of this particular parabola, right? And you can find out the distance between origin and this point. That will also your height between these two pillars, right? This is another way. Whatever he explained, that's also correct. There's no harm. This is another way you can think about if you want to relate it via the quadratic itself. Is that
What
fine
you're
for
saying
you?
is 2.5, right?
Just 2.5. I mean, the figure is given in this way, right? So what
Okay.
you can say, just remove this part and
Okay.
consider it's a parabola started from origin and going up to some other point with the
Yes.
maximum height will be 2.5, right? Now we have
Yes.
one root and we have maximum point, so I think we can easily get the equation of parabola, right? One root is 0, 0. Another root is something 0, I think here you will get the answer 10, because the height between the distance between two pillars are 10, right? So you'll get another
Okay.
root to be 10. So this
10,
10 will be
0.
your answer. 0, yeah, sorry, 10, 0. X-axis is 10, 0. So that's another way you can think about this question.
But the thing is, like 2.5, you got it. How will you get the next point? Usually, what we think, so 2.5 is the maximum in my height. So directly, if it is tan theta, what we are thinking, like tan theta, so it is directly comes 2.5 is the middle, as tan 45 it is mentioned. So 2.5 plus 2.5, so that's what we usually think. But as this is a quadratic equation, it is not rectangular, right angle triangle. So which is different for quadratic. So that we're supposed to make find the slope of a particular point. So tan theta they mentioned.
Slope. So they have
This
given
won't
that
work out.
the slope of this point. Why
Mm-hmm.
this won't work? I mean,
Slope
here
there you
also
have
the
to
slope will be 1, right? Because here also tan theta is given and that tan theta is
no.
1. So
No, the maximum height when they reach that is where they mentioned, right?
acha, okay. So let me check. I think it will work.
If it is easy, please make sure just do it, ma'am, because I go
Ah,
through the solution only.
okay. So Let's try. I also don't know. I just thought it now. So here what I'm saying that instead of this figure, just assume this figure. That this is your origin at 0, 0. This is your parabola. And here is this is just an what you can say that additional information is given that the maximum height achieved by the bike is 12.5 from the ground at 10 theta is equals to 1. Right. So 10 theta is equals to. So when 10 theta is equals to 1, it will be 45 degree. Yeah. So let's see. So my assumption is that this height is 2.5. This is my parabola and the stuntman is actually following this parabola. So suppose the equation of parabola is ax square plus bx plus c. What I want to find out this root. And the x coordinate, I'm interested in x coordinate. The y coordinate is 0 basically. Okay. So here, the value of c, I think we can get because at x is equals to 0, the y value is 0. So if I put x is equals to 0, I'll get c is equals to 0. Right? So that means the equation, suppose I'll mention it to be p by x, dx. I'm not going via the form.
Y-intercept is y-intercept is 0.
So it will be ax square plus bx is the equation. Now we use this information. Now can we use this one? So that means maximum height is 2.5. So that means the vertex coordinate. So that means that x is equals to minus b by 2a. The value of y is 2.5, right? So if I substitute here minus b by 2a, I'll get a minus b by 2a square plus b minus b by 2a is equals to 2.5. So can I get something from
correct
that?
one.
So that means ab square by 4a square. That will be minus of b square by 2a is equals to 2.5. What I want to find out, I want to find out the another root of this particular parabola. So let's see. Here I can go. So a will get cancelled, b square by 4a minus b square by 2a is equals to 2.5. So that means you can assume this 1 by 4 minus 1 by 2 will be minus 1 by 4. So it will be minus b square by 4a is equals to 2.5. So the x coordinate of vertex I can find out.
That is 2.5 or 12.5.
No, actually I am subtracting this length. This 10 I am considering
it's
that the
2.5
origin
only.
is here. So that's why it's this 10, 2.5. That's why 2.5.
Okay.
So here, actually we are stuck now here, right? We get b square by 4a is equals to 2.5. But if I want to find out the other root of this polynomial, what can I do? Can someone
No, you're
suggest
supposed
something
to
after
find the
this?
b.
Right, I was supposed to find the b.
B, right? So you find the c is 0, right? So
C is 0.
yeah, so as a quadratic slope is 2ax plus b is equal to 10. So 2ax x is equal to 0.
Okay.
When the tan is 0, when the tan is 1.
2ax
When the
plus
tan
b
is 1,
is equals
x
to
is equal
1.
to 0.
X is equals to 0.
Yeah.
Why is this so? 10 is equals to 1. When 10 theta is 1, the height is maximum, right? So when 10
Yeah,
is
but
1, x is
maximum
equals to the
at that point
vertex.
the slope is 0, no?
The slope is 0, correct. So 10 theta will be 0 at that point.
What they're mentioning in the question is,
Mm-hmm.
and the maximum height when they reach its tan equal to 1.
And equal to 1. Did I mention that?
Over there, tan equal to 1 they are mentioning, so that as a solution says, the slope is 0 that point. So x is equal to 0. So 2a x equal to 0, b equal to 1 they're mentioning.
Okay. So that means this method won't work here. Because we don't have the information. Yeah, that particular solution is correct. But that's a little bookish, right? I mean, I'm not convinced by that particular formula. So, okay, I'll try to find out another way because let's see. Okay, so I'll explain this at the next session. Let me try to find out another solution, that particular solution you have. That's okay. But let's see. Any other question we can try?
Ma'am, his answer is 5 feet.
No, answer is 10 feet, I think.
Okay.
5. Okay, let's see. Any other doubt from any practice assignment we can solve, or else we can end this session here. I haven't shared the PDFs. I'll share the PDFs. Have you guys celebrate Sharat Purnima in your houses?
Huh?
Sharat Purnima something. So festival is there, right? Sharat Purnima today.
I think tomorrow.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, today is it. Just today.
Oh, today. No, today in West Bengal there is Lakshmi Puja today.
Okay. Yeah, in our state Maharashtra, there is Sharat Purnima. I have shared this week 3 solve with us PDF. Can you guys check in the chat box? And I'll also share this link over the calendar.
From this Week-3, you could have had more questions because it has very less, I hope so. Very basic questions.
Yeah, because in week 3 we just deal with parabola, right? Quadratic equation don't have that much questions. What can we ask about quadratic equation? It's very simple to draw it, right? If you want to draw a parabola, it's very simple. Just find out two roots or something like that. Or else you can just seeing the expression, you can say that it's upward parabola, downward parabola, or it will intersect x-axis or not. So it's not that much concepts are there. But in I think polynomial, you will find out plenty questions. So many questions are there. Because in polynomial, there are so many concepts. Degree of polynomial, zeros of polynomial, turning points are there, right? Maximal point, minimum point are there. So there you will find. For quadratic equation, I think these questions are more than enough. Solve them, don't bother about too much. No.
This I'll post one question from the week 1.
Where? In the chat box?
Yeah, ma'am.
Actually, I didn't get. I got disconnected now. So can you post again?
Okay, can I tell you just simple?
You can
My
tell.
set A is 04 6 02468. My set A.
Just 1 second. I'll share my screen. Share this one only. It's not working on others. Yeah. So what's your set?
0, 2, 4,
0, 2,
6
4,
and 8.
6 and 8.
My R1 is x comma y.
Okay, x
Such
comma
that
y is such that y is equals to 2x, something like that.
x plus 2. Correct.
Sorry,
Y
what?
equal to x plus 2.
X plus 2. So what's your doubt in this?
What relation will fit for this? My R1.
See, R1 you can just compute. So here you'll fix 1x and then compute y. Suppose I'll fix 0, then what will be the corresponding y? It will be 0 plus 2, that will be 2. And 2 is a member of A, so I can put here 2. Again, I'll take 2, the y will be 4. I'll take x to be 4, the y will be 6. If I take x to be 6, then y will be 8. But if I take x to be 8, then y will be 10. But 10 is not a member of, right? If I take x to be 6, then, 8, then y will be 10, right? But the 10 is not a member of A. So here I have to stop my relation. So this is your relation R. So now it is very explicitly mentioned. So we know that this is neither reflexive nor symmetric nor transitive, right? Because for reflexivity also there are so many missing pairs. No one is connected to each other. So it's not reflexive, not transitive, but it is a function. If they ask it is a function, then it is a function.
So, is it asymmetric?
No, it's not a function. Asymmetric, we have to check, because asymmetric, what does it says?
Yes, it is a function.
No, but in 8, for 8, we don't have output, right? So
Okay,
I
okay.
don't.
Understood,
For
understood. Yes.
now asymmetricity, I think asymmetricity means that if if x is related to y and y is related to x, then it should imply x is equals to y. Right? So I think it is asymmetric, because here you can easily observe that if x is related to y, so that means y is nothing but x plus 2. Right? And if y is related to x, means that this particular x is nothing but y plus 2. Right? And if we try to solve it, x is
No,
related
it
to y
changed,
and y
right?
is, what is changed? I think
So
it is
say,
asymmetric, because we cannot find any pair like this. X is related to y and y is related to x. Right? Because if
it
x
is
is related,
antisymmetric.
no, it is, it will be antisymmetric, because since we are not getting any counter example via the vacuous thing, we can say that it is antisymmetric. Because if x is related to y, then y is equals to x plus 2x. Sorry, x plus 2, right? So then x cannot be related to y at all.
Ma'am, I didn't get you, ma'am. Sorry.
So here what I means that, what is the definition of antisymmetricity? Antisymmetricity says that if x comma y and y comma x are belong to your relation, then you should able to conclude x is equals to y. But here what is happening, we are not getting any two pair which are in this form, x comma y and y comma x. Because here if you observe that every pair is different from this particular situation. This situation we are not getting x comma y and y comma x. Right? I have 0 comma 2, but I don't have 2 comma 0. Right? This pair is not there. So as we
That is
discussed
symmetric,
earlier,
right?
this is symmetric. No. Symmetric says if x is related to y, then you can conclude y is related to x. But antisymmetricity said this thing, right? If x is related to y and y is related to x, then you should able to conclude x and y are same, equal. I think this is the definition of antisymmetricity.
So this is not antisymmetric, is it?
It is antisymmetric. Why it is antisymmetric? Because we are not satisfying this this hypothesis. We are not getting any pair which can contradict our definition. Whatever thing we discuss for symmetricity also, what we discuss for symmetricity and all, the
Opposite
same
of
thing is applicable.
symmetry.
Yeah, opposite of
So,
symmetry, correct. See, what happened if we have a relation which does not satisfy the hypothesis condition. Hypothesis condition is this. This is your hypothesis. We are not getting any two pair in this form, right? So if hypothesis is not there, you can immediately say, okay, vacuously it is antisymmetric, because we are not getting any counter example. We want counter example to be there to say that it is not antisymmetric. For example, if I tell you this relation R1, if I take relation to be only 1 comma 1, now what is happening here? There are no other pairs. So you can vacuously say that this relation is symmetric, this relation is transitive, but this relation is not reflexive, and this relation is also antisymmetric. So have you attend the first lecture, the very
but
first lecture
the
of
thing
this
is,
course?
but the thing is like, and as I understand, the antisymmetric is like it is a subset of identical, because 1 comma 1, because a equal to b means there should be same pair. So I thought antisymmetric will fall under this identical relation.
No,
But whereas here
no, actually,
it
yeah,
is not,
that's not
both
the
are not
case.
different, right?
Right. Both are different. You assume the same good. Yeah. This is the condition. What does antisymmetry says? Suppose you have one pair 1 comma 2, and if you have 2 comma 1, then these two pairs should not be there at the same time.
Yeah.
Either a comma b should be there or b comma a should be there. this thing should not happen, and this thing is not happening here, right? If you consider any pair, then their symmetric pair is not here, right? That's why we call it anti-symmetric. That means every pair's symmetric conjugate. So that means if I consider the symmetric conjugate of this pair, that will be 2 comma 0, right? But here 2 comma 0 is not there. So that's another reason you can say. But if we go via the definition itself, then we are not getting any counter pair. So that's why also we can say that it is, yes, it is anti-symmetric. Okay. So have you,
So
convinced?
this thing anti-symmetric is opposite of symmetry.
Symmetric means there should not be a symmetric pair, except
But
the identical pair.
what is the asymmetric then? Is it not opposite of symmetry?
Asymmetric, anti-symmetric is different. Asymmetric, I don't know what is asymmetric, but anti-symmetric is not what you can say particularly different. Anti-symmetricity allowed identical pair, but it won't allow the symmetric conjugate of that particular pair. For example, if 2 comma 0, 0 comma 2 is here, then 2 comma 0 should not be here if this relation want to be an anti-symmetric.
But it is
0
not
comma
direct
0 chalega.
opposite.
Not direct opposite, yeah, because it allowed the identical pair. 0 comma 0 chalega, but 0 comma 2 agar hai, to 2 comma 0 should not be there.
But it's a little bit different equation, because as I understand anti-symmetric, it should be like identical. So as of now we can say, but here 0 comma 2 both are different, and as I think like it is a line segment, it can be formed, so both are the same point, so both are related, so that I conclude as it is anti-symmetric. That way I concluded.
No, I don't think that's a good way, because if you go by the definition of and use that particular point what we discussed in the first lecture, that if you don't get any counter example, you'll just say that that relation is possessing that particular property, whether this is symmetric, transitive, reflexive, or anything else. Not in case of reflexivity, but yeah, symmetric and transitive. So if you go by that point, you'll get this relation to be anti-symmetric.
Okay, thank you.
The logic of anti-symmetric is if you do any operation on that, it will change the sign from positive to negative, negative to positive. That is called anti-symmetric. I mean, if we do some mathematical operations, let's say it is -1, but after those operations, the minus will become positive, +1, and vice versa.
+1.
That is called anti-symmetric. Whereas asymmetric is entirely different. Yeah, and I have a question, which is again with practice assignment. If you have time, it's about question number 4 about the civil engineer question. I hope that's there with you too.
Question number 4, right?
Yeah, civil engineer.
Okay, so can we discuss this a little? I'll give you the hint because don't have that. So a civil engineer found. What is your doubt? I mean, have you tried this question?
Yeah, but I didn't understand this concept, so I just want to.
Okay, so civil engineer found a durability D of the road. She's having dependence on two factor y1 and 2 follows D is equals to alpha times y1. Alpha is greater than 0. So the functions y1, y2 depend on the amount of plastic x. So that means y1 and y2 are simply the function of x, right? And the amount of plastic x mixed in this is and their variations are shown in the graph below. Find the values of function y1 and y2 such that durability of the road is maximum. Okay, so here this is the y1 y2 function, I think, given by the green line, and y1 function is this. So what we have to find out, we want to find, okay, so what happened? So here see, y1 is given via equation of line which passes through 2 points 0, 6 and 6, 0, right? So from this thing you can find out a line, equation of line depending on x, right? You can find out the equation of line for y1, correct? This will be your L1. And what is y2? Y2 is actually going through 2 points 0, 1 and 7, 8. So using these 2 points also, you can find out the equation of line, which is for y2, right? And if you go to here, then what is happening? D is equals to alpha times y1, y2. So what you do, just substitute these two lines here. So you'll get D is equals to alpha L1 of x comma L2 of x. And if you just multiply them, you will get a quadratic equation. And then you have to find out what will be the maximum value. That's the thing you have to. Ultimately, you have to find out what is the maximum value of this particular quadratic equation.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll just end this session here because I have to go somewhere. But yeah, anything else if you have, I'll stay here for 5 minutes, or else you guys can leave. Thank you for joining. Yeah, about that particular 10-feet question, I'll come up with some other explanation in the next session.
मैम एक्टिविटी क्वेश्चन 3.4 के लिए क्वेश्चन 1
3.4
क्वेश्चन 1
okay 3. So stone is thrown with the initial speed mu. H of t is already given. If the highest point in the air of the stone can reach is 5 meters above the ground, then calculate the initial speed u. Okay, so you have to find out the value of u. So that means you have to find out u at point t is equals to 0, I think. Yeah, so what you can do, you can use this maximum height here. 5 meters is given to you. So just use that. I think you will get your answer. Use that maximum will happen at the vertex, and it's given that it's 5m. So just try to figure out here. See here what is happening. Okay, just wait for it.
मैम I can't understand, please solve it.
Yeah, I'll share my screen. So here h of t is given to you. You have to find out the value of u, right? And it is given that the highest point in the air that a stone can reach is 5 meters. So that means at the vertex point, that means at x is equals to minus b by 2a, the value of h of, that means at t is equals to minus b by 2a, h of minus b by 2a is given to you is 5 meters, right? So here the value of a is nothing but minus 5. So you can use this. So value of a is there. So that means I have to find out, and the value of b is what? B is nothing but u by 2. So that means h of minus of u by 2 multiplied by 2a, which is 2 times minus of 5, is given to be 5. So if you cancel it out, you will get that h of, no, this is u, sorry, this is u. So that means you will get h of this u by, what are the things here? It will be 20 is equals to 5. Now just substitute in your equation. You will get minus 5 multiplied by u by 20 square and plus 1 by 2 u multiplied by u by 20 is equals to 5. Now if you solve this equation, you will get the value of u. That's the thing you have to. Okay. Is that fine?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, so thank you guys for joining. I'll also leave.
Thank you.
Thank you.